Daphne Iking on Alive at Home with my new segment called You Will Have to Get to Know My Next Guest. Yesterday I started this out with Bentong, and today I have another friend of mine, and admittedly this was an impromptu thing that I wanted to do with her because I was stalking her over Instagram, and I found out that she's continuing with her community work, giving back to the community and helping out with our frontliners, especially during the extended MCO. Now, how this segment works is basically we both get to ask each other 5 questions each, and we'll take turns, and then I'll just and it can be anything about work, or it can be about play, it can be something silly, or it can be something serious. So I have no idea what questions she's gonna ask me. She has no idea what I'm gonna ask her. Okay, so the person or the guest that I'll be talking about and bringing in just a few moments is someone that I met I think about 14 maybe 15 years ago. We collaborated when she started a maternity line called Runway Maternity, kalau tak silap, but I will check with her later. I was pregnant with Isabel then. Fast forward many years later, we met again in a yoga class, and then she started out a health F&B or healthy food. Started with smoothies, chia seed puddings, as well as cold pressed drinks. And of course, being her friend, I was able to be one of her guinea pigs. And now she has Rawsome, and she is the founder of it. And she sells all these wonderful, delicious, healthier option foods. So if you like something like nasi lemak, so she's got one that is vegan based. But more of that in just a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the founder of Rawsome, Elyn Pow. Hi, Elyn!
Hi, Daphne.
Thank you so much for doing this. I know you don't have a helper. We're both without help right now, but yet you've managed to spare some time just to do this quickie with me. How are you feeling?
I'm so happy that you invited me to do this, because I really wanted to have a shout out, honestly speaking, for this.
Okay.
I'm doing well.
You're doing well?
Still alive.
The only thing I'm worried about our little segment is the fact that every time I'm with you, sure I will curse. So I will try my level best not to curse, okay? So you know the drill. It's basically you ask me 5 questions, which I have no idea what's going to be, and likewise I'll do the same thing. So I'll start off with myself first, okay? What's a day in the life of Elyn Pow like? Like, what time do you wake up? What do you do? What's your normal average day like?
Okay, so I wake up at 5 in the morning. Wow. I go to the gym at 6:30.
Every day?
Every day, Monday to Friday. Weekends, I'll do it in the house, but I'll start probably around 7 or 8. I'm a morning person. I don't really sleep.
That makes us two. Okay.
Yeah. So 7:30, I finish my work. I go back home, and then I will spend time with my kids. Because my son, like, you know, right, he's a special boy. So morning, his brain is like the freshest one. Like, if you want to ask any information from him, that's the only time for you to ask, because it's like, oh, I'm fresh, just ask me, that kind of thing. So yeah, then after that, when he starts his online classes or his therapy or whatnot, I will start getting ready to go to work, and I will try and finish around 4 to 5, just before he finishes his therapy of the day. And then we have dinner, and then we do homework, and then we go to sleep, and then the next day is the same thing over and over again.
Okay, all right. So you're a morning person, and I think that helps with getting your me time, as well as making sure that you fulfill all your other roles as mother and as a businesswoman and stuff. Okay, your question now.
Who's more creative, you or Joe?
Shit. Bloody hell. We're both creative in our respective fields. So, as most of you would know, my husband is also my manager, but he's also my one-man camera crew, editor, the whole works. So, when the MCO took place, MCO 1.0, we lost, or a lot of events were postponed and cancelled because obviously we couldn't have any social gatherings. So he tinkered around with the equipment that we had at home, and we started this professional live stream thing. So that's the creativity part on his side, where he was able to upskill and reskill, and that's the creative part. Now we are finding work online using this live stream. But for me, I think it'll be more on the content creation, on the stories, the writing. So we both put our creative juices together.
Because I sometimes find Joe really, really funny. I mean, like,
Don't
the things
encourage
that
lah, please.
No, I mean, no, I'm serious. I'm just like, look at him.
Thank you. You are so funny too.
Nine, what lah, you guys? Cannot lah put you guys together.
No, I'm serious. I'm like, what the hell is this fella talking? And it's like, wow. And he has no freaking filter. He's like, all the way, like me or hate me. I don't give.
Listen to me, I don't put things on my face like Rawsome, okay? I don't put any filter.
Oh.
You see?
That's
you get
filler
what you
lah,
see.
babe. Not filter. Itu filler. Ya Allah.
I
Okay.
love you, Joe.
So psycho. Right.
Gee.
So you're a mom of two. One is a teenage, right? She's a teenage daughter. And of course, you spoke about Jacob, who has autism. What would you describe your parenting style to be like?
I come from a very, very strict family. My dad used to be an ex-police officer, and he's so strict lah. Like, you know, you have curfew and all, and you have a lot of rules that you have to follow. So I didn't really enjoy growing up during that time, because I feel that I have to make a lot of lies to get what I want.
Wow, I hope your dad is
Yeah,
hearing
so,
this.
and I don't want to have, and I don't want my daughter to lie to me. So what I do right now, I'm more of a very open mother. You know, I try to be her friend, so that she will tell me more and more and more, instead of not telling me and holding back and give me all sorts of nonsense lies that I have to think is like, is she telling me the truth or she's not? Because Jira is really, 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 really smart, street smart. So I'm kind of worried.
I'm a bit worried because the same with Belle. They used to be so
I
close
know,
to
right?
us, and now they don't talk to us
Yeah.
at all. Or for me lah.
You
Yeah.
reap what you
And I
sow,
don't-
okay? You reap what you sow.
Wow. Yeah, so my friend keep on saying lah, Pow, is your karma lah, Pow. I'm like,
You know, that's
I
really
truly
scary.
believe Karma.
That's really
Yeah.
scary because my dad was an ex-cop too, so he was equally strict, and I found lobang to go and escape, do whatever nonsense all. So now that I have a daughter and kid of my own, I'm like, shit lah, memang karma lah. So I
But-
can see why you and
But
I
Daphne,
need to have an
feel
open
I
approach.
feel that Isabel, right? It's
Yeah.
really like you all. I feel.
I scared oh, if she's really like me, say lo.
Bernie Chong says,
Hi Bernice, you have no filter too, Pow, huh? Bernice says you too have no filter. That's true, and I love that. I love that about Elyn, because it's so rare to find, especially in the industry that we both are in. I mean, you're in the F&B health, but at the same time, you deal with a lot of entertainment, and it's very hard and rare to find people who are not fake. But Elyn keeps it real. You know, she doesn't like you. She doesn't like you. She'll be civil, but if she doesn't like you, she won't be afraid to also say what she needs to say lah. So yes, I love that about Elyn. Okay, so that's your parenting style. Be open. I think that's very important in this day and age of digital and social media. All right, Elyn, your next question
I
to
want
me.
to ask you, Daphne, of everything that you have seen and you've been approached before,
Yeah.
why Norwex?
Huh? What?
Why Norwex?
Why no? It's because I wanted my mop. Oh no. Truth be told, all I wanted was just the mop. I found out about this cloth because someone gifted it to me when I had no helper during MCO 1.0 and I was heavily pregnant with Elyn, and I knew there was no way my helper was going to come back before my confinement. So I said, "Ayo, Sailor," and I'm a bit of a neat freak. And I said, oh my God, this house is going to be a total mess, because I know also that I was going to go through surgery. So I said, what is the easiest way to make my house clean without, you know, making sure that my kids are able to do it? So when I found out about this Norwex, I found out more. I'm like, bloody hell, so expensive, this kind. And I told Joe, I said, B, can I please, you know, can you just buy me this mop? And because we had no jobs, of course we're like, a bit more. Dala, he's so frugal. You know how my husband is, right?
I know.
Tamba, like he said, fucking hell, 300 for a mop? No way. The mop can do the same thing. It's just all this marketing. So I said, fine, I will earn it. So I joined as a consultant, and I got my mop within a week because I managed to do what I'm supposed to do to earn it. And then my team just sort of built. I never had that. I was not really interested in being a leader or a builder or whatever they call it at MLM. LMM just makes me cringe, okay? But then I terjebak and now I'm here and I'm stuck and I love it. So now Joe Labosi is also very macam, we went to a working trip in Penang the other day and we rented an apartment. And then he was like, why is the floor so dirty? And I cannot. So I was so stressed sampai I was so demam, because I was cleaning and my girlfriends were saying, why didn't you just bring your mop? And I'm like, yeah, why didn't I? It's just that I assumed everyone else's floors would be like mine, but it's not. So yes, that's why no wax. And if anyone would like to join my team, please contact me. Mel is also in my team. Well, not my team directly, but she's somewhere
yeah. Because I'm also using her stuff. I mean, she asked me to use because so I'm using actually the facial scrub thing and the body scrub. Yeah, so I actually save on facial wash.
Correct. And I'm very put my last one, so it's easy done. Mel, just for information, Mel was a partner with Elyn when they were running. Was it Runway Maternity?
Yeah, Runway, correct. Wow, good memory.
Runway Maternity, yes. I still have pictures of that. So Elyn and Mel, I met them together when they were running Runway Maternity many years ago. So that's why we're referring to this lady called Mel, who is also selling Norwex Kain. All right. Someone's asking. Okay, you asked me. Kan. Now I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna ask you this question first. What's Rawsome about from Oi Kok Tong?
What's wrong about what?
What's Rawsome about? What does Rawsome do? This is from Oi Kok Tong.
Oh, hi Oi. So we are a healthy food company, trying to change perception and mindset of the Malaysian, trying to teach them how to eat healthily, taking baby steps every day to change your lifestyle. So we turn local Asian dishes to a healthier version.
Nice. So I hope that answers your question, Oi. And if not, go to It's Rawsome, which is on the Instagram to find out more. Okay. All right. So that was a question from Oi. I get to ask you another question. All right. What's your least favorite yoga pose, but does wonders to the whole body, and you still have to do it, regardless if it's your what?
Back bends.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I feel when I'm older, right, I can't seem to bend my back.
I can't bend forward even. What more back?
I don't know. So sometimes I've been asking my yoga instructor, Richard, I'm like, if I cannot do back bends for like 1 year, should I even bother doing it at all? Correct. It's like I don't feel there's improvement at all, but I don't know lah. But yeah, back bends is my worst pose in which I.
But you do it anyway. You do your back bends. Oh, you don't?
I do when I remember, and then most of the time I don't remember.
Is Iking still your instructor, or do you have someone else?
No. So now, okay, honestly speaking, Legig is my instructor for the first, I think, 1 year. I was with her to teach me all the basic poses because she is really, really good at teaching basics.
Correct.
So after I learned the basics, I started going for classes because it's cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you did private with Legig first.
Then
okay.
after that,
Yeah
I
lah.
know all the poses and everything and the tips. Then I started going for classes, so which is more affordable lah, cost effective lah. Because already 1 year and we've been doing, and I feel that I can understand when a new teacher come and teach. I understand the poses and I understand the alignments and whatnot.
And honestly, I prefer group classes because then you you don't want to compete with other people because you should listen to your body and all that jazz, but at the same time you're not so lazy because you have to commit.
You are the one who encouraged me to go for yoga. You remember I asked you, where the hell do you practice? You remember? Then you said you practice in Dynamics. Then after that I said, but Atilia also just opened her new yoga studio in
Wow,
Bukana.
you remember? You had to jog my memory. Yeah, there you go. And that's where we met up again. Like after so many years.
Yes, and also that's how I met Legig in.
I thought you met Legig, and then that's how we met up again. Wow, so that's the timeline. See, that's the reason why I want to do this segment. Even though we've been friends, I learned something new about my friends as we do this thing. Okay, your turn to ask.
Which kids resembles your character the most?
Oh,
Iman,
shit.
Isadora, or Elon?
Damn, your questions are damn thought of, huh?
Because I'm your stalker, because I really look at your stories and I look at your kids and I see how your parenting ways, and then look at Joe. Then I'm like, you know, everybody has their bits and pieces of each of your character, but I really
Correct.
cannot feel like who is who, you know, like I'm just curious.
I'm gonna ask Joe that question. Pa, who do you think is more like me? Isabel, Iman, Isadore, or Elyn?
The problem is all of them are like you. Okay?
Is that good or bad?
All of them are like you.
Poor Joe.
Like Isabel,
Because I go through it every day. And,
I can be grumpy as fuck, you know, like really grumpy. So I guess that would be Isabel, maybe because she's in her teens, so she can be really like grumpy. But I guess it's just her not wanting to talk. Iman would be the most maternal lah of the lot. She's a sweetheart. So I like to think that Iman and I are like, but I think she's just too overly generous. So I'm not that overly generous. I can be very grumpy.
Generous because Joe is generous? Cannot be, right, Joe?
No.
No,
Maybe
what
from your
generosity
grandparents.
mean?
Maybe from your dad or from your mother's side.
My mother's side lah kot.
Yeah.
Yes,
I feel,
definitely.
because they're very down. I feel that your family side is very down to earth, very basic, like very
Sangat.
real. Yes.
Sangat.
I see
Okay.
your mother and your dad. Yeah, I see.
I don't know why he had to pass on that music lah for that effect. Alright, cardio, weight or... you already asked me a question kan? Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Cardio, weight or yoga, and why? Which one do you prefer? Cardio, weights or yoga?
Cardio.
Really ah? I thought you were more of a weights person.
No,
Shit,
cardio
I was
because
wrong.
I can release my stress. Because I have stress every day.
Running or what? What is your cardio?
I do HIIT 45 minutes.
HIIT I like.
So
Yeah. I love
I
HIIT.
just want to just release my stress, and then after that I'm good.
Hey, I want to ask you you like doing the spin cycles? I don't know the
Oh, I used to, but I stopped.
why For me, I cannot lah. My coordination lari and then my punani very pain, you know. Kena up and down, then salah, and then
Hey, do you
how
know I
come,
used
how come
to
they make it look so good
Yeah, hey, I used to do every alternate days for almost 2 years, you know, and then I stopped. I feel that it was more of a trend.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't feel.
But you lost a lot of weight, I mean, you never were fat to start with, but like
more lean. Yeah. When I started MCO last year, I lost a lot of weight.
stress
I think
or
because
because
of my dad,
yes.
and then with the stress, and then with the business and all, and that was how I just do. At one
How is
point-
uncle?
Okay, so my dad, right? So I moved my dad. So I was so busy because we managed to sell my mom's house in Taman Tun, and
Okay.
I moved her to my condo. So she's just living opposite another block, but it's a smaller unit. So my mom, my dad, and the caregiver, she's there. It's just opposite me, so it's like what 1 minute walk. So it's easier for me to go and see him. So he is better. We do acupuncture 3 times a week, and I mean, quality of life is not there anymore. But somebody just told me, said like, I'm not going to lie to you, but he is not going to be better. He's not going to be able to drive. He won't be able to sing his karaoke. He won't be able to enjoy his glass of whiskey. But I mean, you as a daughter should just be there for him and make him from this time on now until when he goes off to be as easy as possible,
as comfortable
happy as comfortable as possible, So it's
you were under a lot of strain because you were just going in and out the hospital, and bear in mind that the costs, medical
Yes.
costs.
And the problem with my parents, they are very kolot. They don't buy insurance, so everything was from us.
Say lor. That's why let's just plug this quickly in. Both of us are not insurance agents, but this is something that I highly recommend, guys. Please at least get medical insurance.
Yes.
Just invest in that because you never know.
story.
It's
Do you know my bill, right? Rake up almost 300 over 1,000. Itu pun belum kira medicine, meal, and other costs. It was crazy. So last year was terrible, and I was like so stressed and I cannot breathe And then I got like meltdown, and then like whenever I see Mel, I just talk, and then I will cry, and I will cry. People think I'm crazy.
Well, you had a lot to handle, so salute to you that you're still here, still thriving, and still being able to give back. But I'm going to talk to you, viewers at home, with regards to her Pay It Forward initiative in just a bit. Hema Latha ask you, how is your son Jacob? I look forward to see him on your Instagram. Aw, thank
He's
you.
doing very well. I just went and see Dr. Rajini a week ago because Dr. Rajini is my son's therapist, so she will review him every 6 months, and it's almost impossible to get an appointment with her, but we were lucky we managed to see her since Jacob was 3. Whenever I'm there, she always reassures me that your son has made a lot of progress. I personally feel that he has, I think he has improved lah. But always as a mother, you are always scared to let go. You always put him in a bubble. You always think that he cannot do it, but actually he can. And the fact that sometimes parents are afraid that people might laugh at him,
You just being protective lah, Elyn.
Yeah. So sometimes I just let go. Sometimes, Merly, my helper, because I know the fact that I'm such a protective mother, I would just let go and, okay, Merly, you handle him. Because my helper has 3 sons and she grew up in a kampong. So to her, it's like there's no such thing as special kid, there's no such thing as special treatment. You eat your carrots, you do this, you take your dirty clothes, put in the washer, you put your plates, you do everything. He does it by himself, you see.
Good.
So because one day he will need to learn life skills when I'm not around, so I don't know. So I'll just take one day at a time.
He's like 8 now, right?
He is 8, correct. So he's in standard 3 this year. Last year, I thought that he can brush up on his social skill, but because of MCO, most of the time he wasn't in school. So right now, he's just at home. The sister Jida will be the bully, like role play.
She looks a lot like you. Oh my god. That one,
Really?
Kau you lah. My god.
But she's smarter than me. I mean, I'm happy that she's so much smarter than me. I mean, she makes good life choices. So Merly becomes the discipline teacher, and I'm always Jacob's best friend. So this is how we roll.
That works. That works well. That works well.
Yeah.
All right. I asked or you asked now?
Now
You
I
ask.
ask you.
Okay.
So, like I said, I always stalk you on Instagram and whatnot, right? I mean, like, every time you are so high and so positive, I'm like, especially during MCO also can be high and positive, especially, and when, like, you, right, you because you do a lot of events, and when MCO hits you, I feel that everybody is like, stay at home, no income, nothing, and yet you can still come out with your channel lah, your this lah. I'm like, this woman is like, do you know like cicak yang tak boleh mati like I press you still like
Thanks.
and then it's like can never die one. Wow, this one is a survivor, yo.
I think it has a lot to do with, one, you have to just survive. If my husband and I don't do this, then how are we gonna pay for stuff and bills and everything? And I think it also has a lot to do with what my mom is. I've seen how my mom is. She's retired now, but she decides to open up a pig farm lah, ayam farm lah, fish farm lah, plant olive palm oil lah, don't know what lah. So she's always constantly doing something. She can't keep still. And here I am complaining about her because I'm like, Mom, why don't you take a holiday? Why don't you come and, just chill? Because she comes to KL and then she thought, saya mau balik sudah, kasihan saya punya babi, So, and then it hit me when my husband said, apa kurang? You and your sister are the same. You guys are so alike in that sense. I remember having, and I'm sorry, B, I'm going to bring this up publicly, but I remember I wanted to do the half marathon and I didn't have enough training. But I wanted to do it because my father didn't have hospice care in time because what you call it, was not enough. Whatever you call it, it starts with P. I forgot already how to say it. P, it starts with P. Can't remember what the word is. Like when you are in, like you're gonna go soon, but make it as comfortable as possible. There's that word. Okay, anyway, so we couldn't get him admitted to that place because it was full. So I wanted to raise money for Hospice KL by running half a marathon, and because donors were coming in, donation was coming in for that run. It was for the Standard Chartered Marathon. And my husband was saying, like, you're not trained, you have to look after your health, da 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 da. And he was very angry, and he said, you know what, I just cannot keep. I think the crux of it was, I just cannot keep up with you. And I'm like, but I'm not asking you to keep up with me. I'm not asking you to run with me. I'm not asking you to send me. I can send myself to train, And it was just then when I realized that he said that when he said that it was more of he was so afraid of losing me because I was putting so much of myself there, and he's at this age with 10 years difference, at this age where he just wants to, let's just chill, do what we have to do, but let's just chill. And here his wife is going like, so now I'm slowly learning to chill. Palliative care, there you go. Thank you, palliative care.
Correct,
Thank you so
correct.
much. Yes, so I think that's the reason why I cannot. One is for survival mode, and two, because I'm naturally like this.
Just like that.
Yeah. Like you, lor. Cannot keep still, like you. That's why we kawan. Okay, your question. No, that was my question.
Your question.
Okay, final question for you. Your husband, Mark, is he here in Malaysia or he's stuck in wherever he
In
is?
China right now.
Still in China. So you both have a long distance relationship. How do you make a long distance relationship work? Is it tough?
I don't know. From day one, we are already like that, so it doesn't make any difference.
That's why, because it's hard to ask you this question because
Yeah.
you've had this arrangement before,
Yeah.
and it's already a norm, you know.
So I don't feel it. Which is
So
a
you
good
don't
thing.
feel. Yeah, which is a good thing because it's a norm for you. But I know of friends who are, especially those in the aviation industry where they are able to see their husbands, when they have this fly-in, stop-bys, whatever you call it. But then now cannot. So it's been quite a while, and it's really affecting her.
Maybe
So,
I'm not maybe I'm not a needy person. Just I don't feel it.
maybe because
I used to be. I have a nickname because I used to work in an advertising agency, right?
Correct.
So I have this name. They call me Ice Cream because I don't feel like
no emotion. I find that very hard to believe. Very hard because
True.
yeah, it's very hard to believe. And I'll tell the viewers at home in just a bit. Are we done with all the questions? Do you have any more? Or we're done.
No, yes, I want last one.
Oh, one
For
more.
me.
Okay.
Are you on a diet right now because you lost so much weight? Okay.
I was on a diet, keto carnivore. So it's not just keto and just having no sugar, no carbs, but I plainly concentrate on animal kingdom. So anything to do with animals, I eat. So I'm someone that doesn't eat a lot of meats because I used to rear pigs and chickens and ducks and what have you kan. So a bit geli lah to makan daging. That's
Just
why
stay
I
off
prefer.
bats.
So,
for the time being.
yeah, I even eat bats and snakes, the whole works. So I bit geli because I used to feed my animals, my farm animals, and then macam is my jadi pet. But a friend of mine was talking about it, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a go, and it sort of worked because less than a month, and then I got sick. So I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to eat until you're full. So you don't have no IF, no nothing, whatever kan.
Okay.
But the thing about this is, if I eat all my daging, my anak-anak all want to makan nasi lah, whatever lah, this or that. So I would eat what I'm supposed to eat in the morning, forgetting to feed myself, but feed everyone else. Because I can't eat what they're eating. Got sayur lah, got carbs
So
lah.
you don't
this
eat
lah.
rice, you don't eat noodle, you don't eat bread, nothing.
Konon until I got
Okay,
sick because I'm breastfeeding.
Deep fried meat, everything. I don't care, whatever.
Preferably just grill and So if it's all made from animal fat,
Okay.
yes,
So
can.
basically it's keto diet lah.
Keto lah, but then you're not having any keto. Some of them can eat low carb vegetables. This one you completely eliminate it, no
You
keto
pangsai leh.
dessert. That was one of my concerns. So I take a lot of magnesium oil with my water. So I drink lots of water. But that's just it lah. I'm also breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So I think that was where the cause of it, because I was not producing enough milk. My baby was grumpy. I didn't get enough sleep, and then in the circle. So I started reintroducing a bit of carbs, and I'm getting better. But yeah, that I think that diet worked the best for me. I just suddenly went foop like that,
Yeah,
and
because I noticed from your social media you lost a lot of weight.
a
It's like,
lot
okay,
because
this
of that.
fellow should doing something, but I don't know what the fuck is it. But now I
it
know.
was it was keto carnivore, yeah. But now, yeah, so I'm slowly reintroducing it, but taking it a little bit more, not hardcore lah. My husband's telling, you better go eat. I don't care, you better eat, you know. So I've been stuffing myself, and then Chinese New Year's around the corner, so I'm like
Yeah.
looking for pineapple tarts lah, rolls lah. I'm like, oh my god, the IKEA guys, the IKEA pineapple rolls is
Really?
the bomb.
Oh,
It's
yo,
so
you should have seen that.
it's so sedap. But guess what? They're finishing stock. Sampai the queen also text me on DM Instagram, say really good. I said, yeah, better you go and take lah. Go and beli kau banyak, because the last trip I went there, I sapu about 8. The lady behind me sapu a whole trolley. So this lady in front of us, she bought one. Saya nak cuba sebab saya dengar best lah. And I went, Kak, kalau you ni kau beli satu, mesti kau balik. Better you buy now. And the
Buy
girl
more.
said, you better buy more now. The cashier was saying, Kak, ni last batch dah. Lepas ni dah tak ada dah. And I'm like, what? Okay. And then I went in to get some more. So yes.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you. That ends our little 5 questions for Elyn and myself. I would like to tell you guys why I feel she's not an ice queen. The whole reason why we set up this impromptu interview was also because she's been doing this initiative with Rawsome called Pay It Forward. Elyn, what's it all about?
So we did Pay It Forward last year in March, because we noticed that there's a lot of people who lost their job and they don't have income, and when you don't have means you don't have. When you don't have a meal, you don't have a meal. When you are tight, you are really tight. So what we did was we asked our community to contribute 12 ringgit per head so that we could send a meal to one person, so which consists of a drink, a fruit, and a meal. So it has gone for like almost 6 to 7 months, and we fed like I think 2,000 over.
Wow.
People. And then I stopped because I noticed that there are a lot of people also doing something like that. So I was thinking, okay lah, no need lah, because there are other people doing it, so I don't think I need to do it anymore. So yesterday, or was it day before yesterday, somebody texted me at 6 a.m. in the morning and said, Elyn, is there any way that you can help? Then I'm like, okay, let me read. So she sent me a bunch of things that I went through. And I said, okay, let me think about it. And that's when I thought of asking the community to donate frozen food to the frontliners, because they have no time to cook, you know, they are so tired, they are tired, or I don't know, but one thing I know that they need help. So what I did was I just had an IG story and said that, look, it's only 6 ringgit per box. What you can do is you can donate and we can do everything. So which means that once you click check out, what we will do is we collaborate and collect all the orders and we send over to Hospital Sungai Buloh. So which we did yesterday. We sent 500 boxes, and today I just checked, we managed to already collected another 1,000 boxes.
Wow.
Yeah, so Khatijah, the lady that was talking to me and was asking me, can we also send to UM and also HKL? I said, yeah, why not? So here I would like to also ask everyone to help click on the link or whatever to donate so that I can send to HKL next week and UM the following week. So because the fact that the frozen food is so convenient, you can actually put inside the freezer. It can last for you. It can last up to a year. So when they're tired, they just come back, masak nasi. Lepas tu you take one pack out, put inside the microwave oven thing, and then you can just eat already. And it's wholesome food, and it's not a junk food. You know, we cook from our heart, and it's so affordable. It's only 6 ringgit. We don't really from that. It's just that we want to just feed frontliners.
So again, if anyone would like to be part of this, they just go to your website. I will try and share it over here and later on, and order how many they want to lah. So be it 6 ringgit or boxes of it. That's as easy as that.
Correct.
And you guys will do the rest, right?
Everything. We just pack it and we send it over. So yesterday we sent 500 and the doctors distributed to 6 bases in Sungai Buloh Hospital. So apparently there's a lot of bases for COVID one. And I don't think it's enough because they have so many staff, from the nurses to the doctors and from, I don't know, whatever, the whole team. So it was 500 was not enough. So yeah, here I would like to send a message to ask your followers to help us also contribute for us so that we can help them.
Now, a lot of people think that healthy food means gross food. I mean, that's just the general, But I can assure you guys that their food is actually quite sedap. So if you want to try it out for yourself, or so that at least you know that apa ni kita nak bagi dekat frontline ni apa healthy
Got
sangat,
curry, got rendang.
got curry, got rendang, got
Yes.
pan mi is actually my favorite.
Correct.
Pan mi would be my top fave, and they've got and it's a vegan. It's vegan, right? All.
But
It's
full
vegan option.
disclosure, there's no meats, right? There's no meats.
Alright, but kalau you nak letak daging pun boleh. So you just fry one chicken and put on top of it with the curry or whatever. So it's an option. We make it very versatile that it caters to vegan and non-vegan as well.
There you go. So as easy as that. Well, thank you so much, Elyn, for spending half an hour with me or so, and I wish you all the best. I will put the link of Elyn's Rawsome Instagram as well as the website in our caption later on once we're over with this live. Thank you so much, babe, and I hope to see you once this whole craziness is over, like for reals. Okay, for reals. So you've got Rawsome still at Sungai Buloh, is this Sungai
That's
Buloh?
our HQ. We also have in BSC, Bangsa,
Okay.
UK, and a few places lah.
Okay, great. So it's still there lah, still thriving. Amazing. All right, deep respect. I love you, Elyn. You take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was Elyn, the founder of Rawsome, and again, I will be listing down the link as soon as I can once this live is over. But yes, please do help us pay it forward with her initiative, and I think it's fantastic that she's been doing this. She actually had to write, which I felt was quite unnecessary. She had to write in her post where, is this like a marketing scheme and everything? And I'm like, people would think that way, ka. I mean, why would people think of something so negatively? I would scold her for like, why did you have to put that in? Because now people are like, oh, why is it? But it just reminds me of, as much as there are nasty people with really negative mindsets out there, we've got really good people like Elyn and her team who just pursue doing what they do regardless if people are going to hit them back. And I can vouch for them that she has always been giving back to the community, even before this whole MCO. Okay, I can vouch on that. And I've known her for 14, 15 years, and she's always been like this. So she's quite consistent. So guys, this is legit, and it's something that you can do if you are wondering, how can I help? And what platform can I do it with like minimum logistics for your side? Head on over to Rawsome website and you can do your part, okay? Even if it's just $6 helps feed someone, right? So thank you so much for watching, guys. Tomorrow we might be going live, I'm not sure yet, but in the meantime, I'd like to thank once again Elyn for being part of my You Will Have to Get to Know My Next Guest segment. Till then, I'm Daphne Iking signing off, and have a great weekend ahead. Bye, people.